locked into the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, it's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And wide receiver Tyler Lockett continues to improve as a route runner and a playmaker downfield. But let's not forget, his main use, kick returner. Knows how to break open a game in that area as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Denzel Perryman in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They run it with Balaj. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Balaj. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. On 1st down, it's Green. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marcus Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, Barber. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Green. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Balaj. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On 3rd down, it's Green. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Right back to him on 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll run here with Balaj. And he stopped immediately there. Jamal Sheard on the stop. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches have told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on fourth down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Again, Jackson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The sack by Robert Quinn.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go.
New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 25.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is fielded at the 7. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Now they try the right side here. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now. Throwing again. Flush to his right. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Steps away to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Buying time to his left. And he lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll run on first down. It's Green, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. So in jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain it.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Right there, 56. Ready?
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Wentz, Deion Jones in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green, and he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. After the sack on 1st down, Wentz. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
On 1st down, it's Green. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marcus Green His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel good.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on second and long. Wentz. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head to head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other.